Be that as it may, today's topic is very interesting. We want to look at the implication of the rising price of petrol. What is the implication of this rising price of petrol? I went through hell before I could get here this morning, or just now, because some people who didn't have fuel had to block the road. For those of us who are lucky to get this fuel to buy, and of course in the process burnt unnecessary fuel, which is a normal thing if you are held up in the traffic. Be that as it may, we'll send a mini feature, we'll look at it, then after that, our guest is seated with us and we'll get cracking. Don't go. Yes, I align myself with the sentiments of the last respondent. I was a victim too. 3 days ago, I wanted to, of course, I must have fuel. I have to move around for all these reports and for other activities. And because of overbearing, trust Nigerians, they don't want to queue. Those of us who queued, some people just decided to jump the queue, and here and there, before we knew it, 1 point became 5 points to get into the fuel station. It was trouble. I was the fittest in the sense. One guy just came and bashed my car. That's one of the implications of this problem. Get your time, your vehicle is destroyed. Along the line, maybe you inhale gas, sometimes the danger of some people making calls in the fuel station, and triggering power, and what was it now, current, and of course the fuel station that burns. So many things that we do see, implication. But that's not my job this morning. My job is to introduce our guest who is going to put us up to speed concerning this issue. And we have no other person than Comrade Akintunde Adedeji. He is a, let me go that way. He's a lead advocate for ACAB. And he's there in the studio with us. And I'll bring him, then we'll get cracking. You're welcome.
Welcome to the show, Comrade.
It's a pleasure having me here. Thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you had my own little challenge, but I don't think you had that. But obviously, you have your own challenge concerning this fuel issue, this increase, this lack of it, this increase in it, this stress of queuing and all. What is your experience before we go to the meat?
Actually, I would say general perception of Nigerians, concerning the persistent fuel scarcity. Here we hear once again at the masses of independent marketers now subjecting Nigerians to unwarranted, untoward hardship and suffering, which is not the fault of Nigerians per se, because if the government of the day had done what they ought to do, we wouldn't have found ourselves in this precarious situation.
I want people, I've told you my experience. Maybe let's wait. Do you have any experience concerning this?
Oh, obviously, it is of the rise of transportation and the fact that, before, you'll probably be the one to say, no, I don't want to take this bus. No, I don't want to take that bus.
You make choices.
But now you can't make choices because they are the one even telling you they don't want you as a passenger, because you have to have what they want if you don't have the change or anything. So it's stressful, because if you had to wait at the bus stop for like, say, 5-10 minutes, this time around you have to wait probably close to 30 minutes because you're still trying to see something which is fair for you to take, and not maybe you entering a bus and you have that. It's a whole lot of trouble for you. So you rather just wait for the one that will give you peace. Yeah. So it's a whole lot of that. I think a lot of people are going through the same thing. But we would like to know how yours was for you. Is it buying of the fuel and or your transportation? You understand?
Or even the prices of your consumables.
Actually, I think it's the same unpleasant experience. Yeah, but I think virtually most Nigerians use fuel products. If you are mobile or not, definitely you must commute from one point to another. But in the public transport, the increase in fare and the issue of price increases of goods and commodities and hyperinflation as well.
Yeah.
So those are the multiplier effects which are spiral. And it's affecting and having Nigerians.
Yeah. In fact, I want to just say this. I saw something online and I have to confirm if that was true. It's a different thing when you have cars. You have people with their gallon. going to buy fuel at a filling station. But you find out somewhere around Delta State, somebody came out with a video and said people are actually bringing out their gen to the filling station to buy directly. You just see gen as in like long queue of gen, not humans now, long queue of gen trying. So I don't know what this is turning, you know, the country and the citizens to. Well, which is very understandable. Barrister, you can go on.
Yes, I guess that issue of the generator is to forestall black marketing, but trust Nigerians, they will buy it into the generator and put it in a keg and sell. It doesn't arrest the situation. And the whole idea is that they don't want to sell in keg so that people will not go advantage and stand by the roadside
and start selling
I
fuel.
appreciate the policy because we found out that this time around we don't see people selling.
Yes, the black market, yes.
Because that policy is working. So to me, I have no problem. The only thing is that they should try as much as possible to sanitize, to control, and to put an eye on the generators that are brought, so that they don't come and cause a spark, stop the peace, of course, cause some damage to some people. Yes, that's by the way. Now let's look at it, where you are going. The government's inability to do what?
Just as I've said earlier on, if the government had fixed our 4 refineries, I think that's the solution. There are no two ways about it. It's not rocket science, but simply because of social and economic sabotage of some elements at the helms of here. That is why we are here where we are now. And in a situation whereby independent marketers dictate how price of fuel products are sold, then government now sit back and fold their hands, doing nothing. Then definitely something is wrong.
There's nothing that is wrong. It's clear. Independent marketers and government officials, because there is a law on ground. 2, from maybe more than 20 years ago, we've been involved and been informed about the refinery coming on stream. And along the line, during the time of David West, he used to be a petroleum minister in this country, and he tell us that there was, unfortunately, his term too, so they will call it term. We are term. The minister was term, and what we have done is term. Till today, we have not seen that term in operation, and that's the it. Turnaround maintenance have not come up. Unfortunately, billions of dollars have gone down the drain. We, the people, are the ones suffering. Like me, I'm a victim directly, and many people are victims. All of us are victims in this country. You lose your car, it gets damaged, you lose manpower, some people die. Like in this Delta that she was referring to, a young man was shot by the police, by the soldier, just because of this crisis in the fuel station. So when are we going to get out of this turnaround? And is it rocket science to build, to set up refineries around?
I would say that the government are inefficient and in doing their statutory, performing their statutory functions and duties by making lives meaningful to an average Nigerians. The turnaround maintenance you just mentioned, over decades now, billions of dollars have been sunk into turning around the 4 refineries. All are come to naught. Now, from a verifiable source, this percent fuel scarcity we learned was as a result of verified claims of independent marketers that the landing cost of price of fuel per liter is 1,009 naira. Now they intend to sell and make for profit at 1,100 or 1,200 naira. Now government is subsidizing at 339 naira per liter. Then there is an unverified claims as well that the government is showing, the independent marketers, 200 billion naira, which, is still subject, to verification. Yeah. So, the independent marketers had to hold all Nigerians into ransom, create this artificial scarcity by holding the fuel in their depots, and the fueling station. Now, Nigerians are now become, the victims who are now suffering, all these anti-people and anti-masses, policies, which shouldn't be. I think, times without number, since last year, we've heard that, the government, will now put, the Port Harcourt refinery on board, and operation will start, by December 2023. Here we are now, 5 months, down the line. Nothing has been heard so far. So who is receiving who? So we can rule out a grand conspiracy between, the government, and the independent marketers. I think they are in cahoots to subject, to Nigerians to perpetual, suffering and hardship. Because what does it take, if you can't turn around the comatose, refinery, why can't they, build or construct, modular refineries? Which is still, at least, in all the 36 states of the Federation, we can sell.
Let me help you out here. Since this government came in, they have been going after all these illegal refineries, they call them, in the backside of Port Harcourt and the creeks. I would have expected that rather than destroying them, the government should have just put work on the ground there to ensure that whatever they lack in terms of legalizing their illegal activities is done, so as to save us this quagmire. Is it not possible? Because to me, it's a crude way of doing things that now went and destroyed that facility, those facilities, and there is nothing alternative. The ones that you have alternative are not even working. And what we have is that we have to depend on imported refined products. And these are people refining locally. The other one is to get our professors and the geophysicists around to now say, go and look at these illiterates who have turned this thing around, who are doing this, then let us see how we can improve on it. Is it not possible?
It's possible, and that's a very good point you've just made now. But I think in my own understanding of how government operates or works in this country is that they prefer, it's my personal opinion, they prefer working with their cronies and proxies so that, they can maximize profit.
Officially and unofficially.
Whatever, officially and unofficially.
Is not supposed to be making profit.
Exactly. God has no business in business. Okay. But the reverse is the case, in Nigeria. Because in the civilized climate, I think, most of these our government, officials and functionaries are travel out of this shores of the country and see how governance, how things works over there. But for them now to come back and replicate
the same
and
thing.
put it in practice here, it becomes, a gargantuan or equivalent task for them, which shouldn't be.
Yes, it shouldn't be. I'm sorry, it shouldn't be, because, I don't know, maybe you saw a video. I saw a video of Obaseki in the street in New York, where he was being harassed by Nigerians there. That look at you are walking on good clothes. And the other day too, there is a video, in fact, that's very, very painful. The trailer was going to maneuver through a waterlogged road. It's how cheap Benin road.
Yeah.
And in the process, you saw
in
the process, the trailer fell, laden with fuel. That fuel is supposed 333,000 liters wasted there because somebody did not do his work. This is not how things should be done. Is it again difficult to repair roads? Look at that fuel, that tanker,
truckload of fuel.
Fell, and it's not even on water. It's not even on dry
land. Into the water itself.
Inside the water, so just is useless, wasted. So I just want to see: is it possible that something will be done? That our officers wake up, I don't want to take it from the point that you said they traveled out. Because I saw a bicycle on the streets of it's New York. And people are howling at him.
Barrister, I want to even add to what you said now, because the update about some hours ago is the NNPC came out to say that there is enough supply of fuel, that but in the next 2 weeks, what is calling this scenario now is panic buying to him. But independent marketers are saying, no, it's not panic buying, it's fuel scarcity. But he's saying it's panic buying. So the NNPC is saying in the next 1 week, they will have enough fuel for Nigerian citizens.
So
and they are saying no, it's not possible.
What do we do? Sleep? This
That's
program
the thing.
should not go on. Pregnant women should not go to the hospital for antenatal.
Hospitals, health centers should stop working.
People shouldn't go to work. Life will just stay for 2 weeks. Is that what government saying? No. It's not done in other clients. Some of us are out of this country.
Well, I read in the newspaper, this morning that, the NNPCL and the independent market are trading blames,
Yeah.
I think we should not, be carried away or
with what they say.
By what they said.
Exactly.
That it's not news. I think, it became, a kind of, orchestrated, and, it can rehearse, way of trying to, divert, it's a diversionary attention, of Nigerians, from the real crux of the issue. Because they said, there are 7 vessels, on the sea, stuck, somewhere, okay, what's stuck, the vessels, not to bet, to land,
vessels to
that is
for products that we have in this country.
Those are the main questions that need to be asked.
This is not Togo. Nigeria is not Togo. Neither is the Chad.
We produce oil here
in this country.
Yes.
Crude oils, are extracted, are drilled, and exported, abroad. Now, the refined products, those crude oil, are brought back, and under the exchange of, the foreign exchange, and they are sold to us, at, very expensive, and exorbitant prices. Our government are so mean, so insensitive.
It's okay then. Let's not take water, because I know where you are going. Yes, welcome back. It's not funny here, but be that as it may, we have a breaking news.
Yes, just an hour ago, the minister actually came out to say that all logistics have been resolved, because as we know, it was a logistic problem. The ship was he hanging? So now he said, it has been resolved, and a lot of Nigerians are actually coming out to say.
I say don't come back. You know you are the English person here. What's the meaning of logistics?
We obviously know what logistics is. Whatever that has to make anything happen in transportation, whatever it is, the people, the arrangement, everything that needs to make it happen.
Let me come down.
It has been reduced.
My mother, when I was a kid, my brothers, she knows that definitely boys, if they come, they must eat. We now got home in the evening. Mommy, food. She said no food. That food is finished. She knows that we are coming back from school. And she knows that we are boys though. And that she knows that definitely when we come back from school, the next thing that is quite clear is that we want what? Food. And you are now telling us no food. Won't there be wahala in the house? Under my brother.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what is this problem of logistics? It means that someone has not planned. That my mother did not plan that when we come back from school, we'll just open. Or she would not that she didn't just prepare.
I'm so sorry, sir. To add to this, a lot of Nigerians under the comment section, of course, when the news was breaking, is that this same logistic what you've been using for it since 2 months, 3 months that there has been fuel. So why is it now that there's an issue and you're just resolving it?
Without missing words, let me be blunt. To me, I would say that one is a story for the gods.
Why say that?
Men should not just come out, and tell Nigerians they're having no logistic challenges.
They can't fly.
Let me tell you, it's untenable. Is it the first time, they will be doing that? Now, they want to curry the sympathy of Nigerians that they are facing challenges. the act of governance, is to make life easy and meaningful to an average Nigerians. To me, that is border dash. Government should be up and doing and make sure that they alleviate the suffering of every Nigerian. It's becoming too much. They need to tidy up their loose ends and ensure that Nigerians comes out of this, in fact, perpetual, willing and agonizing. One thing I'm very sure is that our so-called, representatives, that's why I said, you can't rule out conspiracy. But most of these people at the helms of affairs, House of Reps, senators and ministers, owns most of these businesses, these independent marketers.
They are in on it.
Exactly. Most of them host oil depot, fuel stations, and whatever. They are in the business of oil business. So that is why it is very difficult for them to enforce laws that will affect their businesses. And will always be at the receiving end. But one thing I know that it will get to a point, that I will call it a breaking point.
Before we get to the breaking point, let's still talk to government. To you, I raised that issue some few seconds ago about you raised the issue of modular refinery, and I know that there are some illegal refineries that were destroyed, and I'm sure there are still some in the creeks that have not been gotten to, or that maybe they will get in touch with those who are the operators of those projects to set them up, give them all the necessary wherewithal, so that they can bounce back and of course save us this situation in the short run. Because to me, it can't continue like this. Or is that how it should continue, sir? It
should not continue like this. I think I absolutely agree with your proposition.
Government to know before we now go, because
government wouldn't want to toy with such idea, in the sense that I am entitled to my opinion. That as people who are governing us or ruling us, so to speak, doesn't like to develop potentials. Yes. It is in this country we see, in fact, prospective, people, prospective talent who are developed, but government prefer, to subsume or kill such potentials. Simply because, it might not benefit, them. That they prefer to bring one of never do well, or just like somewhere who has to bear the cronies, or somebody they knows where they can benefit from. That is the problem.
On my way to work, I was discussing about this fuel scarcity with some particular persons on my contacts, because I know when it comes to this fuel thing, they are one of the people that they really feel it the most, because from the angle they are coming from. Anyway, this one says that why is it that we are ranked the 3rd or 4th biggest oil producing country globally, but we don't have a single functional refinery? And one of the most inconsistent challenge we have continued to face as a nation is the fuel price. We are powerless and don't have a say in this. If we check it, it's talking about the citizens now. How true is that? Do you think we don't have a say? We can't do anything about it and just wait for the leaders to do something?
I would say that we have a say, but Nigerians are so docile and kind of give up. Give up their hope that I think let's continue to endure, let's continue to persevere without contributing to how we fetch and change the paradigm. Because if we are we have this laid back attitude in this country, as that God will do it, or it will better in the local parlance, that things will change naturally without lifting a finger. No, it's never done. You have to raise your voice. And the issue of participatory industry governance is another way where we can make sure things work as ought to in this country. I remember vividly that we activists doesn't like to get involved in politics. But when Chief Gani Fayemi of Blessed Memory now formed National Conscious Party, I think he brought like minds on board. Just to make sure Nigerians works for Nigerians.
And the sad thing is, you see a lot of people at this situation, like you said, there has to be a participation in the governance. You see some of them who just believe they have to go to their place of worship centers and keep praying without lifting a pin, like you said, which is not the way forward. Anyway, the last option, one of my contacts said was, I know in reality that we do have the driving force, that's the citizens, if only we all agree, but some would rather be bribed, which of course some are, and some are actually scared for their life. Although because we are born in Nigeria as we are born divided along ethnic lines and religions. So the only way this country is foreseeable is by the rule of law. That's
the problem. That's why they say religion is the opium of the masses. The moment we begin to bandy religion, the moment we remain the same, stagnant, retrogressing, not moving forward. And I think beyond religion, Nigerians need to be courageous in speaking truth to the power. We prefer to sit in our comfort zone and
then come out. Some are scared for their life. They like the way they are.
Just like the saying that cowards doubt 1,000 times before that, but the villain never tasted but once. Because if you set up to power, and people now sees in you that what you are saying is the truth, that will affect them positively, they will join the fray and support you. Then you now have a disciple and followers that okay, we want a better Nigeria for ourselves. But the situation whereby Nigerians of nowadays now the social media sit behind their keypads, just releasing that will not impact positively in their lives. Then,
but I must say, social media still has a good influence in an amount of times. There are some things that are being corrected because they actually see social media.
What are the qualities of information being dishing out?
Yes, I'm not talking about the quality. I'm saying that sometimes, even though we cannot just write off social media, because sometimes when some things are being complained on social media, we see the government, they actually respond. Because when the masses are so much on it, that is what is trending, obviously they have to sit up and do something.
I am not writing up social media.
Okay, all right.
Sure.
Yeah, so you mentioned something and I want us to quickly look at that before we go. About government killing ideas or vision. There is an agency of government called the Project Development Agency. I don't know, maybe you've heard that before. No. The acronym is PRODA.
PRODA, yeah.
Somewhere in and I don't know, maybe ever since they have been up, I don't know what they have done that is significant. I have been in this part of Nigeria for a long time, and I do see people from the east, my brothers from the east, they will invent some things, and they will come to under that bridge in Ikeja. I don't know, maybe you have seen them once or twice. Some caterpillar, some cars, some equipment locally fabricated. They will be displaying them there using remote control in some cases. Some even developers using remote control. And they just come, maybe the idea is that they just want some people, when people see, they will throw some few naira at them. And along the line, you can be sure people will put it on the social media. And I know these people in PRODA see it. And I don't know what, or they, for the second leg is that, having seen such people that are all over the country, getting them, bringing them to their space, putting them on, and then maybe linking them up with will be manufacturers that will now do a mass production. Maybe 2 weeks ago, somebody, I guess it's a machine, an Okada, that the guy turned into something. I can't remember again what the guy did. Recently, I saw it. The guy turned an Okada into something. I don't know, maybe any one of you saw it. Right, and I'm sure some people watching what I'm saying. If maybe someone can just send a text to confirm what I'm saying. But the essence is that is the government now deliberately tell the product people not to do anything, or they are the ones that are in it, or that government now cannot rejig it?
Talents are banned in this country.
More than
are banned. But the ability of our government to tap into those talents and potential and develop them, that is the problem. That is the missing link. Unlike other countries. Take China for instance. From the developmental stage, they are exposed to their area of specialization, so that they can contribute to the development and growth of their countries. But the negative is it in this country. Why can't we encourage those individuals, those agencies that established?
Sorry, so I'm laughing because I remember some years ago there is this slogan, "Them young." Did you know about? You heard about it? Are they catching anybody young?
Well, I don't think our government
is caught young.
No. Let me tell you one thing. This country, is just we are just a laughing stock, in the Committee of Nations. Because the whites in the civilized, they know that we are gifted naturally, that we can turn things around without looking elsewhere.
I'm still thinking. I guess there is a young Nigerian recently that was taking his run, maybe doing something for them. Apart from that, the chief engineer, the guy who designs cars for Ford in America, I want to believe so, he's a Nigerian. And there are so many of them all over the National Aeronautic Space Agency, NASA in America.
Exactly.
There are many Nigerians there who are doing well. They are using their talent for other countries to develop. And Nigerians there, the talents here are not encouraged, they are killed in most cases.
Because Nigerian does not appreciate the talent they possess. That is why they travel elsewhere to be useful and develop their other countries. Which those talents should have been applied in this country. So, and we now reveal out of becoming a third world country or developing country to first world countries. For how long are we going to continue?
So this price, let us just go through now. This implication of the rising price of petrol. What and how can we go around it so that at least we have some element of stability? It can't continue like this. What are the things that you advise government to do?
Nigerians are tired. There are no two ways about it. Government, it's not putting on their thinking caps now, sir. They need to rejig, revamp, the four comatose, refineries.
It's difficult to do that.
Difficult? I doubt, if it's difficult. Because I know NFPC is a cesspool of corruption. No. Because if we don't, reduce corruption to the barest minimum in this country, we won't find the leeway. We are not going to move forward. Let the four refineries get functional. And we stop being at the mercy of government, functionaries who are now masquerading as independent marketers. I think that is the way out. That's the best solution.
Okay, that's an amazing one. Well, at this point, we keep talking. I think it's a good thing, but also the government really needs to do something before very quickly. Okay, all right.
I just want to stem from what you said. A thought came up to me. If the way EFCC is going under Koyede, it seems they are serious that there is no sacred cow. I wanted to push on to the issue. Let's look at the petroleum industry.
True also.
Because if the petroleum industry is performing very well, we'll have peace in this country. there won't be any problem of increases in prices of petroleum, which will turn into increases in price of goods and services, and everything will be going haywire. We want, just as we've gotten the hint in this program, let the FCC look at it, let it beam its sharp light on the corruption in the oil industry. It is serious, and it is the one that is causing the problem in Nigeria. If we can get the oil industry right, then Nigeria will get everything right.
I second that. Am I right?
Are you calling it?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I second that opinion. Please, yes, go into the oil sector and do the needful. On this account, I'll say thank you so much, Comrade Akintunde, for joining us on the program.
Thanks for having me.
An excellent input, and thank you for being a comrade also.
It's a
pushing
pleasure.
it. And Barrister, I also want to thank you for putting it under control. Because I'm the comrade that in him was able to come out and we're not ready. Anyways, thank you everyone for joining us. My